Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an important topic: understanding codependency. This complex pattern affects many, yet it's often misunderstood. Join us as we explore what codependency is, its signs, risk factors, and how it can be treated. Brought to you by Turning Point of Tampa, where we're dedicated to guiding individuals towards healthier relationships. If you find this content helpful, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on our most recent content. Imagine a relationship where one person's needs aren't just a priority, but completely overshadow everything else. Picture this. One partner's desires, emotions, and decisions dictate the course of the relationship, while the others are consistently sidelined or ignored. This imbalance is at the heart of codependency, a complex and intricate pattern where individuals are not just interdependent, but excessively and unhealthily reliant on each other for emotional, psychological, or even physical support. In codependency, it's not merely a case of relying too much on a partner or a family member. It's a deeply ingrained behavior pattern, often unrecognized, where one's sense of worth, decision-making, and emotional state are heavily anchored in the needs and responses of another person. This dynamic goes beyond the normal bounds of give and take in relationships, creating a situation where one's identity and self-esteem are intricately tied to how they cater to or are perceived by the other person. The impacts of such a relationship dynamic are profound and far-reaching. It can significantly affect an individual's mental and emotional health, leading to a spiral of anxiety, low self-esteem, and emotional turmoil. The codependent person often finds themselves in a perpetual state of trying to fulfill the endless needs of the other, losing sight of their own needs, aspirations, and sometimes even their basic well-being. This codependent dance is not just detrimental to the person making all the sacrifices, it also impacts the so-called enabler. It creates an unhealthy cycle where genuine emotional connection and growth are stifled. Recognizing and understanding this dynamic is crucial because it's the first step towards breaking free from the chains of codependency and moving towards healthier, more balanced relationships. In the complex web of a codependent relationship, the boundaries that define healthy interactions become obscured, almost invisible. Imagine a situation where one person's emotions, their ups and downs, become so entangled with their partner's that distinguishing between your problem and my problem becomes impossible. It's like two lives melding into one, but in a way that's not harmonious. Rather, it's imbalanced and unhealthy. In such relationships, individual feelings, needs, and even thoughts start to lose their distinctiveness. For the person caught in this codependent bond, their partner's mood swings dictate their own emotional state. Their partner's choices become their directive. It's a state of being where one's happiness, sadness, and overall emotional well-being are constantly tied to, and contingent upon, the other person's feelings and actions. This blurred identity goes beyond mere empathy or closeness. It represents a loss of self, where personal aspirations, desires, and even basic preferences are overshadowed by the overwhelming urge to please, care for, or fix the other person. Such relationships are marked by an unhealthy form of selflessness, where one sacrifices their well-being, often unknowingly, in the name of love or care. In essence, a codependent relationship is a one-sided affair, where one person becomes the emotional caretaker at the expense of their own identity, while the other becomes increasingly reliant on this unwavering support. It's a cycle that feeds itself, making it challenging for those involved to see the situation for what it truly is: an unbalanced partnership needing intervention and healing. Identifying codependency can be challenging, as its signs are often subtle and deeply embedded in the dynamics of a relationship. It's more than just depending on someone. It's characterized by a pattern of excessive emotional reliance, where one's feelings and self-worth become excessively tied to another person. Poor boundaries are another hallmark, where the line between helping and over-involvement is consistently crossed, leading to a relationship where one person's needs and problems overshadow everything else. Self-neglect is a critical sign. In the effort to meet the other person's needs, codependents often neglect their own physical, emotional, and mental health. They may give up hobbies, ignore personal goals, and even sacrifice their well-being to maintain the relationship. Emotional turmoil is also a frequent companion of codependency. The relationship can be a roller coaster of emotions, from anxiety and guilt to resentment and frustration. This turmoil arises from the constant tension of trying to manage not just their own emotions, but also feeling responsible for their partner's emotional state. These signs create a challenging environment for personal growth and happiness. In codependent relationships, one or both partners may find it hard to experience genuine satisfaction and fulfillment, as the relationship is built on a shaky foundation of imbalance and emotional extremes. Codependency is often rooted in deeper, underlying issues, making it a complex phenomenon to understand and address. It doesn't arise in a vacuum. Rather, it's frequently the result of certain risk factors and associated conditions. One significant factor is family dynamics. Growing up in a household where codependent behaviors are modeled, particularly where one or both parents exhibit these traits, sets a precedent. Children in such environments often learn to associate love and care with excessive dependency and self-sacrifice. Early trauma is another crucial factor. Experiences of neglect, abuse, or emotional manipulation in childhood can lead individuals to seek out or recreate similar dynamics in their adult relationships, often in a subconscious effort to resolve past pain. Furthermore, codependency is closely linked with certain mental health conditions. Dependent personality disorder, characterized by an overwhelming need to be cared for, leading to clingy and submissive behavior, can foster codependent tendencies. Similarly, borderline personality disorder, marked by intense and unstable relationships, can also lead to or exacerbate codependent dynamics. In these cases, the fear of abandonment and the intense emotional swings create a fertile ground for codependency to thrive. Understanding these root causes is essential, as it helps in recognizing and addressing codependency, not just as a relationship issue, but as a complex interplay of personal history and psychological factors. At Turning Point of Tampa, our primary focus is on addiction treatment. However, we recognize the close link between addiction and codependency. Many of the methods we use in treating addiction are also effective for helping individuals with codependent behaviors. Our comprehensive approach includes developing self-awareness, building self-esteem, and establishing healthy boundaries, which are crucial not just in overcoming addiction, but also in addressing codependency. We offer individual counseling and group therapy sessions that cater to the unique needs of those struggling with addiction and the often accompanying codependent relationships. While our expertise lies in addiction treatment, the skills and insights gained through our programs can significantly benefit those dealing with codependency. We provide the tools and support necessary to break free from the cycles of dependency and addiction, leading to a more empowered and independent life. Thank you for joining us in exploring the world of codependency. If you found this content helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and guidance. Remember, understanding is the first step towards healing. If you or someone you know is struggling with codependency, Turning Point of Tampa is here to help. Stay tuned for more videos, and take the first step towards a healthier, more fulfilling life.